Hey everyone, hey, it's Rick Silva. Have you said things like, I love door knocking in the heat? I love it. I love door knocking when it's raining. Boy, I love picking up the phone and making cold calls and having people swear at me and hang up on me. I just love it. I love being stood up for appointments. I just love it. I love my close rate being really low. I love people standing me up. I love people asking me for discounts. If that's you, you can leave now because I can't help you. I'm a professional networker. I'm a networking coach, and I'm going to teach you how to get more referrals, not cold call for leads. So if you have said things like, how do I track more referrals? How do I get people to send me referrals? I need more referrals. My business is way too inconsistent. Hey, how come that guy over there, I know I'm smarter than him, but he makes way more than me? Why is that? Well, it's possible because he built a referral-based practice. So we're going to cover all of this and a whole lot more coming up. Okay, hey everybody, welcome. Thanks for watching. This video is called What is a Networking Group? It's going to be a multi-part series on networking groups. If you don't know who I am, my name is Rick Silva. I'm a referral coach. Primarily work with 6 or 7 different industries, mostly real estate, mortgage, financial planners, insurance, dentists, chiropractors, network marketers, but pretty much any business who needs to make sales and needs to generate leads or cold call, I can help them get out of leads and get out of cold calling. I started running networking groups August of 2003. So I've been doing this quite a long time. I've facilitated way over 1,700 groups, could be 1,800 or 1,900 by now. Who's counting? 10 years ago, a lady named Marcella joined one of my networking groups, and we ended up getting married. That's my wife. In the last 10 years, it's probably pushing 800 deals by now. So about 800 real estate transactions in 10 years without ever paying for a lead, without ever door knocking, without ever cold calling, all through referrals. We teach other people who already have our client to send us referrals. That's the basis of what networking is, and networking groups can really help with facilitating that. So real estate agents, financial planners, insurance agents, mortgage lenders, dentists, chiropractors, network marketers. Now, the 4 core of a networking group, of any business referral group, there's 4 that makes the core, like the tables, like the legs on a table or legs on a chair. Those 4 industries are financial planner, real estate, insurance, mortgage. So the best way to do that, well, the most important thing to do is build a network. The best way to build a network is through a networking group. Hey, build a networking group. Either join one. I can help you build it. You can contact me if you want to have your own networking group anywhere in the country, and we can have a Zoom meeting and talk more about that. My contact information is down below. It'll also be at the end of the video. 82% of Americans seek recommendations from their network. So if 82% of people would rather ask their neighbor or their friend and family member, hey, who painted your home? They're not looking to be cold called. They're looking to be referred. Rick, what's a networking group? Yeah, I think I know what a networking group is, but I'm not sure. Hey, I'm in Rotary. I'm in a networking. That's not a networking group, but we'll get more into that later. I want you to imagine a room, and if that room had, so I'm going to jump one slide ahead. If you were in a room that was professionally facilitated, and it had things like land investing, franchise consultant, web designer, flooring, SEO, architect, general contractor, business coach, computer software, financial planner, health insurance, banker, mortgage, attorney, real estate, virtual assistant, hauling company, commercial real estate, videographer, photographer, insurance, CPA, travel agent, franchise consultant, payroll, and carpet cleaning. If that group was facilitated properly and everyone there was there for one reason, that's to help each other grow their business, it would be impossible to not build your business if you were in a room like this. This is visually what a networking group is. I want to go a little farther. This is what most networking groups used to look like, and this is what mine looked like. And this one particular isn't mine, but it's a really good picture. But I'm about to show you what mine used to look like and what they look like now. So again, imagine you had all of those industries in a room. How could you not build business? So these are photos from my networker groups. You got unbelievable professionals. There's my group. There's Clifton doing a presentation during the meeting. That's me. I used to love running the groups. I've run, I don't know, 1,800 groups, 1,900 groups. This is what networking groups look like now. And my groups will never go back face-to-face because there's lawsuit issues if somebody gets COVID or if someone dies when they're cramped in a conference room like this. So due to that, all of my groups are virtual. So if you were interested in networking group and I live in California, if you live anywhere in the United States, I can facilitate and help run your group for you if you're interested. So this is what a group looks like now. They're virtual. The company's B2B gathering, but that's what a networking group looks like. Let's go a little deeper. Let's just give you an idea of that's what a group looks like. But what we're trying to do, if that's you in the middle, we're trying to create a spider web, a net of people. So we have referrals coming in, we have referrals going out, we have the ability to refer our sphere to our clients to our sphere to our sphere. I try to explain to people, hey, if you imagine a quiver on your back with a bunch of arrows and you meet somebody who has a need, each person solves a need. So these are like arrows that you can fire at a problem that people have. Your goal in joining a networking group is not walking in and looking at this and go, hey, how many potential clients are here? That is not the goal, because you should not be going to a networking group to sell. You should be going to a networking group to help find business for the other people. Your goal in the network group is to find people business, not to walk in and make sales. Okay. If you're looking for ways to meet a whole bunch of people in one day, networking groups are the best way. There's a lot of leverage involved. If you're looking for the quickest way to build trust and rapport with other business professionals, networking groups are by far the best. If you want more referrals, networking groups flat out are the best way. Some examples would be if you've heard of BNI, Business Networking International, if you've heard of LaTip, and then if you've heard of the best networking groups, hands down, bottom line in the whole world, that would be my groups called B2B Gathering. Some meet weekly, some meet twice a month, some meet monthly. Mine meet once a month at 9 or noon. And I'm not here to go too deep on what exactly my groups do per se. Just trying to give you an idea today of what networking groups are. There's a bunch of people sitting in a room who meet weekly, twice a month, once a month, with the goal of helping each other get more referrals and praying that they're not there trying to make sales, because that's networking suicide. So these are called hard contact networking groups, meaning there's one industry per category. When you look at the group, there's one industry per category. The reason it's one industry per category is because the confused mind doesn't buy. And also the confused mind doesn't refer. Now, there are some people who say that networking group shouldn't be limited to a certain industry. Now, I think personally you should be in multiple networking groups, but each individual networking group should only have one industry, because it confuses the members on who to send the referral to. So it's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 individual industries in a room with the goal of helping each other build a referral-based practice. So, hey, if you're getting value out of this, again, I'm a referral coach. It's what I do, one-on-one coaching, group coaching. I've got tons and tons of videos. I've got hundreds more videos coming. It really would help the channel, helps get the videos out there. It helps YouTube push the videos out if you'd like, and subscribe. And if you want me to cover a topic on networking that will help you build your business, comment down below. Comments really help the videos too. Any help you need, I'll be more than happy to make a video to help you. You just got to put it in a comment so I see what you need. So referral marketing is a strategy to encourage passionate customers, and POI stands for person of influence, circle of influence, center of influence. In the networking world, it's called power partner, to directly refer their network to your business. So if you're sitting in a room with these people and they see you all the time, they're more inclined to send you introductions. Referred customers have a higher profit margin, a higher retention rate, and they're way easier to close. I'm in these real estate groups. I see these people. Hey, I got this client. Right at the last minute, he had his pen in his hand, and right before he signed, he said, I want senior commission. Hey, how much are you making on this deal? Hey, I want this and this and this, or I'm not going to sign. Referrals generally don't ask for discounts. They don't even ask you how much you make. They almost never stand you up. So if you're getting stood up, if people are asking you for discounts, if people are hanging up the phone on you, if you're making multiple contacts, no one will call you back, you're working with leads. Referrals don't do that. So my goal in life for you is to never, ever, ever work with a lead and to work with referrals. The difference between lead and referral, you're going to have to watch one of my other videos for that. That's a half an hour explanation. The purpose of a strong contact in the networking world is called a hard contact networking group. That means one industry per category, is to provide individuals the chance to provide business referrals to the other members. A hard contact networking group is ideal for building in-depth relationships. One of the other biggies, some leverage is you give your elevator pitch one time in 60 seconds to 30 people. How many minutes did you just save? 1 minute to 30 people is 30 minutes. You did it in 1 minute because you leverage. You spoke to 30 people. Once you go to a networking event or a Chamber of Commerce mixer, you have to have 30 conversations. 99.9% of people cannot have 30 conversations at one mixer. So there's leverage. It's time saving. You are a captive audience and there are no other distractions. You're there. You're giving your elevator pitch to all those other people. If you need help on your elevator pitch, I got a 10-part series on elevator pitch on One Referral Away. You can go there and I'll give you help on your elevator pitch. So groups like BNI, like LitPip, like BDB Gathering, bring together professionals and business owners in order to build relationships and refer new business to each other. That's the bottom line. That's what networking groups are for. Let me talk to you a little bit about what networking groups are not. People go, well, I'm in this, I'm in that. It's not networking. So let me tell you real quick what is not a networking group. So service-based groups, Rotary, Kiwanis, Lions, all the animal groups, they are not networking. They're service clubs. They're not networking groups. They focus on charitable projects, giving back to the community. In fact, 2 of the groups listed on that first line, if you walk up to people and pitch your services and hand them your business card, you're booted out. That's the absolute proof that it's not a networking group. It's a social organization. It's not for networking. Can it happen? Yes. Will it happen? Yes, but that's not the sole purpose. So mentorship groups, mastermind groups, social media networks, Chamber of Commerce mixers, none of that are networking groups. It's completely different. Okay. We'll get in all the differences in another video. So business networking groups are important for building your referral-based practice, allow you to meet many people in one day, a place to meet other professionals to exchange ideas and referrals and connections, the quickest way to build trust and rapport with other business professionals, and a chance to provide referrals to the other members. That's what networking groups are and why you should be in them. Some of the other ways I can help you provide one-on-one coaching for networking and teach you how to build your entire referral-based practice. There's a lot that goes into that. In 2 slides where I'm going to show you what's included. So if you go to onereferralaway.com, you'll see these are the different products I have. If you key on this one right here, this slide right here. So it's right here, right there. If you click on this button, you can see the different lessons. 12 lessons, anywhere from 20 minutes to 40 minutes each, going over all the different topics. If you want to read this, just hit pause. This is the networking course. It comes with 2 hours of one-on-one coaching included in it. All the details, again, onereferralaway.com if you're interested. Also, you can join Patreon to get one-on-one monthly coaching from me. It's One Referral Away at Patreon. There's my contact info, onereferralaway@gmail.com. I'd be more than happy to give you a 30-minute complimentary Zoom meeting to see if I can help you and build your referral-based practice. So in the next video, why join a networking group? Everybody, I hope you got something out of this. The next video, again, will be why join a networking group. We'll see you then. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, everybody, it's Rick Silva. Hey, welcome to another networking episode. Why join a networking group? So have you ever said things like, what are networking groups? What would I get out of joining a networking group? Why should I even join one? My referral business is way too inconsistent. I don't have enough referrals. I'm not making enough money. Or, hey, cold calling works great for me. If you've said things like that, I've got something to show you. Hopefully help you out build your referral-based practice. Here we go. So again, everyone, my name is Rick Silva, referral coach. And the title of this video is why join a networking group. So why should you join a networking group? It's a great way to meet new referral partners. And in the networking world, it's called power partners. I know in the real estate world, they call it a sphere of influence, circle of influence, center of influence. But in the networking world, it's called power partner. You can build relationships, receive referrals to new clients, on and on. You'll notice there's one thing that every article I've ever read about networking groups says you can go there to make sales. You should never, under any circumstance, go to a networking group thinking about making a sale. You should be going there to educate the other members so they can find you referrals. Selling to your referral partners or selling to the people in the networking group is offensive, and a lot of people don't like it. I actually pick up a lot of members for my groups because they're in other groups where it's encouraged to sell to each other, and a lot of people find it offensive. So I don't allow that in my groups. Networking is about building long-term relationships as well as a good reputation over time, and networking groups are the best way. So when people are consistently seeing you, now my groups are once a month, but whether they're seeing you once a week or once a month, and you're showing up on time, you have good follow-up, you have a really good elevator pitch, that's all people have to go on. So they're judging you and your reputation based on attendance, how prompt you are, good elevator pitch, how you dress, how you look. That's basically how you're being judged. So some of the ways would be motivation, inspiration. The groups help motivate business owners to be productive. You're seeing other people in the group. You're seeing other people be thanked. Hey, I want to be one of those people that's a standout. So it's called I call it passive peer pressure. The psychology theory suggests that comparing yourself to people who you consider to be better than you motivates you to achieve more. So when you're interacting with people with goals like yours or even higher than yours, it kind of motivates you to do more. So yes, it's a place for referrals, though. You should not be walking in trying to sell to the other members. You're teaching them how to find your referrals. So it's not uncommon for each member to know 3 to 5 people who'd be interested in purchasing your product or service. You just need to teach the members of the group what to look for and listen for. Networking groups are very important for businesses and professionals. Specifically, networking groups offer a lot of business opportunities, including referrals, as we said. So, hey, if you're getting maybe you're learning something new today. Let's hope. And you like it and you want to learn more. Also, if you have any questions about networking you want me to shoot a video on, put the comment down below. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. That would really help me, help the channel. It helps YouTube put the content out there so I can help more people learn how to build a referral-based practice. So in groups, you also build a much stronger bond. Networking groups, it's one of those things where you're there knowing the reason is to help each other. So it builds a bond. It strengthens your business connections also in the community, because as you get better known, if somebody in the group has an issue or a question and they know you can solve it, they're going to contact you. And the way you build that stronger bond, again, as I said, is attendance is showing up on time, because people are judging you. There's something called a halo effect. And the halo effect basically says you're treated based on your appearance. So if I had a hat on sideways or had my pants halfway down to my knees, you may not trust me. So you're going to trust me based on my actions and my appearance. And my appearance, here I am. But the bigger thing, even more important than that, is showing up on time and having good attendance. So regular attendance is important, and that's what kind of builds your reputation. And if you look at the very bottom, if you're looking for the quickest way to build trust or rapport with other business professionals, networking groups and then evening time mixers are the best way, other than one-on-one coffee meetings. You can learn a lot of new things in networking groups. You can get fresh ideas. Your network can be an excellent source for ideas. I've had people in groups for businesses because one had a specific skill, one had another specific skill, and they started businesses and they met in the group. It's a great opportunity to exchange best practices. I've got an HR professional in a group, one of the groups I ran yesterday. I learned a lot about just misconduct and all of the things that maybe were accepted in the 70s, 80s, and 90s that aren't accepted now, and all the different laws. And I don't even know how HR people keep up with all the trends, but they need to pass it on to the employers and the employees so they don't get sued. So you can learn a lot. I learned a lot about flooring, carpeting, how to clean carpets, just from the education you get from the other members. You can learn about investing. So when I met my wife, Marcella, I didn't know anything about land banking. I didn't know anything about investing in land. And then I went from being homeless to meeting her to become a multimillionaire, from not only helping other people invest in land, but then I own 9 parcels that are worth millions of dollars and helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people invest in land. So I learned about that from being in a networking group. And then you can stay up on all kinds of different trends. I think the number one reason to be in a networking group is to help other people. Sharing your knowledge. There's always somebody that needs something. People say things like, "Oh my God, my house is a mess, and my friends are coming over." You could introduce them to a house cleaner. You see somebody just kind of sitting funny and they're wiggling. Are you okay? Oh, my back's killing me. Introduce them to a chiropractor. Always look for the complaints, and nine out of 10 comments are negative anyway. So help people solve their problems, and that's going to really put you at the top of the class inside the networking group. Confidence and speaking skills. So my wife, Marcella, worked at Lawrence Livermore Lab as a software engineer, and she was telling me that before that in college, she took classes. If it had anything to do with public speaking, she would take the class in the summer when there was only 6 or 7 people in there, because she'd want to throw up if she had to talk to people. Now she stands on stage and speaks to hundreds of people, speaks to more people than I do per year, has no problem, has total command of the stage. All of that came from being in the networking group. And over elevator pitch, over and over and over. And the more confident you are, the more your income goes up. The more confident you are, the income goes up. We go from 80,000 our first year to close to $1 million last year in income. And it's all based on confidence. So when you're meeting people, you're helping people, they're sending you referrals. Your self-esteem's not going down because you're door knocking and cold calling, which is the absolute biggest self-esteem killer. Cold calling and door knocking is the worst thing you could do for your business because of what it does to your self-esteem and because it makes you look desperate. You should have people chasing you. You should not, as a professional, be chasing anyone. So, and then my wife being an introvert and I'm a total introvert, networking groups will bring you out of your shell and force you out of that. And you have to, because like CPAs, they like to run numbers all day long. But if a CPA doesn't get good with people skills, he's going to be a very, very lonely and bored, very good CPA, because he's not going to have any business. Friendships, meet new people. Top on the list is on the bottom of the list. I met my wife in my networking groups and we got married. I've had 3 people in my groups meet their significant other just by being around them weekly or monthly in a networking group. So the long-lasting personal relationships, I will back up and show you one thing real quick. When I showed you this picture, so this is my best friend Eric, and he was over my house about a month ago, and the next week, unfortunately, he passed away. I lost my best friend 3 weeks ago. I met him in my groups. So that's Eric. Goodbye, Eric. Whew, I'll start crying in the middle of my training here, but I met my best friend in one of my networking groups. I also met my wife. So long-standing personal relationships. You get to connect with new people. You get to learn about industries you would have never learned about. Sometimes people meet and they start going golfing together. It's just this camaraderie you build is why people send you referrals. And if people are sending you referrals, you're not spending money on leads, and leads are hard to close. People stand you up, they ask for discounts, and you're chasing them, while referrals are chasing you. We can only do that through building a network, and networking groups and evening time mixers are the best way to do that. You can find new mentors. I formed a mastermind group. I took 6 or 7 of the top people in my groups that I wanted to be around more, and I built a mastermind that we kept for about 14 or 15 years. I also met a gentleman named Ron who had 2 MBAs. One was from Penn State. I remember where the other one was. He was in his mid-70s at the time. And I knew he was successful. And I said, hey, this is back when I was living in my office, homeless, showering at the gym before I met my wife. And I said, hey, Ron, I don't have any money, but I need help. Will you help me? And he said, no one's ever asked me for help for free. And he goes, I know what you're doing. You're doing big things with your networking groups. And by the way, if you see the hand going like that, it's resetting the webcam. Sometimes it gets messed up. And he said, you take me to this specific restaurant in Pleasanton every Friday. I'll meet you there. And you can ask me questions from the time we order until the time I take my last bite, and then I'm going to leave. And we did that for 3 or 4 years, and that completely changed my life. So find mentors that you admire, because some will help you if you ask, but you got to have the guts to ask. Brand awareness. Networking plays a crucial role in growing your brand. You're going over and over and over. People are hearing it over. Like If I say golden arches, you know the name of the company. If I say the 3 lines on the side of a tennis shoe, you know it. If I say the swoosh, you know what that is. It's over time. You've seen it over and heard it over and over and over. And that's what happens in the networking groups. One of the most important, you've got meeting new people, you've got mentors, you've got elevator pitch practice, because you never know. You're going to be in a grocery store, you might be in an elevator somewhere, and someone's going to ask you what you do, and you've said it so many times in a networking group, it comes out like that. So it helps you polish your elevator pitch. So I just did 10 videos on elevator pitch, and I'll either put a link here, the link down below, go to One Referral Away. All the videos are there on how to create and polish your elevator pitch, which is, I think it's maybe the most important part. And then referred customers have the highest profit margin, a higher retention rate, on easiest to close. So door knocking and cold calling and buying leads, take everything on the screen and make it the opposite. Leads have the lowest profit margin. Door knocking is the lowest because you're spending time doing it. Leads cost you money. They have the lowest retention rate. Right before you go to sign your deal, you have a client, right as they pick up the pen, how much are you making on this deal? Hey, I want some kickbacks. Hey, I'd like some of your commission, or I'm not going to sign. Hey, I want discounts, or they don't show up. They stand you up. Leads do that. Referrals almost never do that. And then leads are the hardest to close, where referrals are 90% done if you do it properly before you even get them. Okay. So in summary of this section, business networking groups are important for building a referral marketing practice, allowing you to meet many people in one day. By the way, the other thing, I want to go back here real quick, because this is critically important too. If you go to an evening time mixer, you've got to meet 30 people to give your elevator pitch 30 times. In a networking group, there's 30 members. You give it one time and you just repeated it 30 times. It's leverage, one time to 30 people. So if it's a 60-second elevator pitch, it saved you 29 minutes. It's leverage. Okay, so allow you to meet many people in one day, a place to meet other professionals to exchange ideas and referrals. It's the quickest way to build trust and rapport. And it's a chance to provide business referrals to other members, which, other than elevator pitch, it's more important to give than it is to receive. So it's giving help, giving referrals, making introductions. Again, it's Rick Silva, onereferralaway@gmail.com. If you'd like a complimentary 30-minute Zoom meeting with me to determine if I can help you build your business, feel free to reach out. Hope you enjoyed it. The next video is called How to Find a Networking Group. Anything you need, questions, comments, if you're interested in 30 minutes of coaching, just send me an email, onereferralaway@gmail.com. Hope you enjoyed the training. Have a great day. See you next week. Bye-bye. Have you ever said things like, where are there any networking groups near me? How do I find networking groups, or we call it referral groups? Where can I network for jobs, interview skills, resume writing? Where do I go? I'd really like to join a really good networking group. We're going to cover that and a whole lot more coming up. Hey, those of you that don't know, I use StreamYard, and they've got a cool new feature. So this is normally the view I would use, and they just added this one, which makes the screen larger and puts the view down in the corner. I really like it. So we can do all kinds of different cool things. So once again, my name is Rick Silva. Thanks for watching. We're going to talk about how to find a business networking group. I think at this point, if you watched the 2 previous videos, you know you have to be in a networking group. But how do we find them? How do we find good ones? Where are they? What do we do? So let's talk about it. That's what this video is all about. So what I want to do is I want to cover 15 ways not only to find groups, it's 15 ways to find networking groups. And then it's a whole bunch of different networking groups. So part of the 15 ways is not only how to find them, but what they are. So I'm going to start with the ones that are not networking groups first, that most people think are networking groups. So Rotary, Kiwanis, Lions, Elks. I put Lions in there twice. Lions is so exciting. I put it in there twice. The animal groups, they are not networking groups. So I'm going to say it again. There's nothing on LS as a networking group. These are civic organizations, service organizations where you're helping people. You're going to cities and building homeless shelters. You're getting wheelchairs. You're doing warm coat drives. You're doing things for the community. Like with Rotary, if you start walking up to people and handing them your business card, you're going to get the boot. Networking is way down the line of the importance of being in those groups. I put it here for 2 reasons. I wanted to tell you they're not networking groups. A lot of people think they are networking groups. I guess there's a third reason. If you want to help community and by default, you might get some business from it, but that should not be the reason you're there, then feel free to join. But if you're watching me and learning from me for business networking groups, these are not business networking groups. The biggest of the, not the best, make that very clear, not the best, but the biggest of all networking groups is BNI, Business Networking International. In the Bay Area, in the Tri-Valley area, the best, not the biggest anymore. I used to be the biggest in the Tri-Valley area, but the best is B2B Gathering. If you're interested in talking to me about having me help you start your own group anywhere in the country, you got www.b2bgathering.com will tell you about my groups, and then either email address will get me, rick@b2bgathering.com or onereferralaway@gmail.com. If you want to learn more, I run monthly networking groups, and now that they're virtual, I can help you run a group anywhere in the country. Just reach out and I'll talk to you about it. Meetups are really good. Meetups used for free and low cost in-person meetups in your industry. I haven't used Meetup in a long time. In fact, I don't use, there's only one of the 15 methods I'm going to show you that I use anymore, because when you've had 6,000 coffee meetings, you facilitated 1,800 networking groups. My network's so big that I don't have to use this, but if I was going to start from scratch, I would be jumping on a lot of them I'm going to show you. So Meetup, I've been to a number of meetups. I've spoken at a number of meetups. Go there, do a search. Okay, real quick, here's meetup.com. You scroll down. Let's say you want to look for a real estate group. I see it auto-filling, but I'm going to do this anyway. I type in a zip code, and then it defaults. We click search. And here we go, real estate briefing, real estate masterclass. So if I was a real estate agent, I would probably be going to some real estate investment classes, because that's where people are looking to find investments, and I can provide that. There's also going to be mortgage lenders and insurance agents, so I can also build my sphere at the same time. So that's quickly how you use Meetup. Chamber of Commerce is one of the best. Where I live, it's Livermore, Pleasanton, Dublin, San Ramon, Danville, Walnut Creek. Pretty sure all of those chambers, and I used to be the member of 5. I'm the member of 3 now, but I used to be the member of 5 chambers. Pretty sure they all have networking groups. If not, you can contact them. You can go into their office, and they'll have a wall, and there's usually other networking groups being promoted there. You can use the Chamber of Commerce to find networking groups. You can also use the chamber to go to evening time mixers, which are not networking groups. Got a whole nother video series coming on what to do at mixers. The difference is networking groups, you're sitting in a room like this, and one person speaks at a time. In a mixer, it's just a whole bunch of people walking around. You got to have a whole bunch of conversations. There's good and bad to both. Okay, here's how to use Google to find local chambers of commerce. So I'm going to put in Chamber of Commerce Pleasanton, and there's one in Texas also. I got to make sure I get the right one. And then that takes us right to their site. Any city, Chamber of Commerce, takes us right to the Chamber of Commerce website. And then we can dig in to find programs and events and see where, if they have a networking group, you can just call them or send them a quick email. And that's what you do for Chambers of Commerce. It's a great place. I built my first 10 networking groups just from the Chambers of Commerce. And hey, if you're getting value out of my channel, out of my trainings, hit like and subscribe, share the videos, hit the bell notification so you can see when the other ones are coming out. Really appreciate it. Helps the channel, helps push the views when it gets likes and subscribes. So thanks very much for watching. You can do a Google search, type in your city and networking group, type in your city and referral group. And that's all you're going to need to do. They'll pop up, and then you can go to those sites and take a look at the groups. You can talk to friends and colleagues. Never underestimate the power of word of mouth, asking colleagues and or your sphere. So if you have power partners, center of influence, circle of influence, whatever you want to call it, coworkers, people in your office, ask them where they network. Now, here's the problem with that. Some are not going to tell you because they don't want you to know where they go. But there are some people who are so successful, they don't care and they will tell you. But it's an idea. Eventbrite's a site that has listing pages for free and paid events. You'll find fairs, festivals, discussions, conferences, classes, and much more. Okay, so here's Eventbrite. This is pretty cool. So I'm going to type in Pleasanton Real Estate. I'm going to click enter. What's really cool about this is there's a map, and you can click on an area and it'll just pull up the events for that. So as we go over and take a look at these, if I'm over the top of this one, it turns blue to show you where it is. This one over there turns blue. That's really cool. So all kinds of different investing groups you can go to, and you can see how many followers, 3,000 followers. You can message them and ask them how many people show up to the events. Just all kinds of different real estate investment clubs. Build a family legacy with real estate, 6 p.m. live Zoom. Let's just check that out real quick and see what comes up. You have 103 followers, 4 levels of real estate, just looking at what they're covering. So this is an educational. Obviously, I don't know how much networking would be in something like this, but that's for you to figure out. All kinds of different cool events, and that's how you use Eventbrite. But it's something to check out and see if there's any events near you. Media Bistro. So this one's a little bit, it's a little different. It helps people in the media industry get jobs, find courses, find jobs. So I took this off their website. Build your skills and or new ones. With our courses in social and digital media, journalism, editing, and more, browse hundreds of jobs from the hottest media companies. So if you're in the media.com graphic design space, this might be a great site for you. So some of the sites I'm showing you are for finding jobs, resume help, networking. Try to throw a little bit in there. You can use alumni and affinity organization. So if you went to college, you can go on your college. I went to a little technical school and they give lifetime job placement. So even though I haven't had a quote unquote job in 22 or 23 years, I could go back and they promised lifetime job placement. So I could go back and get a job if I wanted to. Does your school or college have assistance fairs or places you could go to network? There's also one called Out Professionals. Now, I'm not going to go too far down the road. I don't discuss religion, politics, gender, all that kind of stuff, because it can kind of lead down a bad road. But there is a site that I thought was pretty cool called Out Professionals, and it supports the LBGT, everything else community. I don't know all the terms. I just let people live their life. But it was founded in 1983 in New York, and they're spreading groups across the country. So if that's something of interest, it's called Out Professionals. It's very easy to find. Just do a Google search. This one's an interesting, it's called The Balanced Careers. So The Balanced Careers makes navigating your career easy. It is home to experts who provide clear, practical advice on job searching, resume writing, salary negotiation. So I did all of that when I was a recruiter. I worked for Cisco Systems and some other startups from 1998 to 2001-ish. That's pretty cool that they provide this service. Whether you're looking to find a new job, advance your career position, or explore new paths, our 20-year strong library of more than 10,000 pieces of content will help take your career to the next level. I like it. Also, some of these will help you go from employed to self-employed. There's nothing more exciting than me working with somebody who had a corporate job that decided to become self-employed. That's my favorite. If my dream would be someone who used to work in corporate now is becoming insurance, financial planner, real estate, or mortgage, I could help them millions of dollars. I'll blow their business up more than any cold calling, lead generating system ever could. I could teach them how to build a referral-based practice. So that's my dream. Anyway, so Facebook, need I say more? There are so many groups. I'm a member of so many real estate groups for my wife's business. Probably make about $200,000 a year just from being in 3 or 4 real estate Facebook groups. There's a group for everything. So if you're in a specific niche, there's a group for it. I promise you, you can find it on Facebook. Join it, follow the rules. Don't go in there in a pitch fest. Help people. And if you make enough comments, you get a crown put on your name, and then that's when you really get noticed as a high-level contributor of that group, and then people start coming to you. It's pretty cool. LinkedIn, same thing. There's a group for everything on LinkedIn. I shouldn't have to give a LinkedIn class. Just go on LinkedIn and start doing searches, and you'll find anything you need. And if you want me to do a LinkedIn or Facebook class, just put the comment down below, and I can do a whole class on LinkedIn and Facebook if you need it. Just comment down below, and I'll do it. This one, my wife and I started about 2 years before COVID, and it probably added about $150,000 a year to our income. And that is host an event at your home or somewhere, someone else's home. If you're embarrassed of your home, or if it's not big enough, have it one of your power partners' home, where you bring either a room full of clients or a room full of power partners. If you don't know, power partners are SOI, Sphere, COI, Center of Influence, COI, Circle of Influence. In the networking world, it's called power partners. So if you're a real estate agent and you host an event with a financial planner, a mortgage lender, a CPA, a money coach, on and on and on, 30 or 40, 50 people, and you brought them together, you introduce your network to your network. That puts you at the highest levels as a networker. So maybe you don't join a networking group. Maybe you learn how to host events and then you build your own network. Or you can work with me, and I'll show you how to find the people. I'll actually facilitate your group for you if it's a B2B gathering group I mentioned in the beginning. And I'll help you build your whole group. I hope you got something out of these ideas. The way I can really help you is I can one-on-one coaching. I've got 2 different courses on networking. I help people write their approach scripts so they can get people begging to meet with them, whether that's clients or power partners. Help you write all your Facebook and LinkedIn posts, help you set up your YouTube channel. It's all at onereferralaway.com. So if you go there, these are the products that are currently listed. This is the most helpful one if you're looking to build a referral-based practice. So if you click this button, it takes you to this. And you click this and you scroll down, and these are the lesson plans. So it's about 6 or 7 or 8 hours, but the length of time doesn't matter. It's what you learn. Everything I know about the basics of networking in this course for $7.95, and you get 2 hours of one-on-one coaching from me along with the course. I don't care where you are in your business. You're making 100,000 or $1 million. I guarantee you 20 to 50% increase, and that's easy. Without a doubt. So also I'm on Patreon if you want to get free, not quite free, it's like $20 a month, training from me every month on a group coaching basis on Zoom. You can go to Patreon and join. If you want a 30-minute complimentary Zoom meeting with me to see if I'm able to help you, we can talk a little bit. I can get to know your business and see if and how I can help you with your business. Email me onereferralaway@gmail.com. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you again on the next training video. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below if you have any networking questions. I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.